Hey guys, Joe here, and here we are to be showing you how to play Ike. Now, I haven't seen a lot of guides on him, and also a lot of people were asking me how you can play Ike, so decided to make my own video on it. With all that said, let's get this started. So Ike is a character I really do enjoy. He's quite fast for being so heavy. His recovery is decent. He has a lot of ending leg on all of his attacks, and he has a really good aerial game with a lot of disjointed hitboxes. So, yeah, there you go. There's his main positives and negatives. But let's get straight into him actually as a character and all of his movesets. So the first one, of course, his jab, so it's just 1, 2, 3, comes out very fast, and actually has a lot of moves that can combo into it. Let me try to show a few of these. So let me get him off that side of the stage. So what you can do is go jab, jab, and then like down throw into neutral or something. Of course you can do jab into other stuff, so jab, jab, and try to go for a down tilt, and back air, re-grab, whatever. What you can also try to do is go down tilt, reverse aerial rush, and then jab, if I can get that right. It's really hard to do, but if you go down, I suck at this, down tilt, this, if I would have changed direction, but I think you can get the main point of this. It's really hard to do, and it only works at really early percents, but if you do, down tilt, there you go. As you see right there, it takes quite a while and a lot of practice, but you can try to do that, and then of course you can also do falling up air, if I can get this, it's weird timing, into the second and third part of the jab, so you can get that also. So that's pretty nice. Of course, you can just go for a straight up back air into jab, but that's a little bit harder. So of course, there's all those different things that can go into jab, and that's it's pretty nice indeed. Of course, you can also try to go for like a down air into jab or whatever, but that won't work quite as well. Other than that, we also do have dash attack, which takes a long time to come out. You probably won't be using this way too much, but if you do happen to hit it on the sword part, it does huge amounts of damage, and it also kills really early. I've gotten it to kill at about 80% if you have any rage. Not 80, if you have a lot of rage, I should say. And overall, it kills at decent percentages. It's a really good kill move, but it does require a good read. And if the opponent's rolling a lot, then that's one time where you should really be using this quite a bit. Otherwise, don't use it way too much. Next, there's up tilt, which of course you can go up tilt into up tilt into up tilt, whatever, and then into like an up air. You can also do falling, if I can get a bit of damage on him first. You can do falling up air into up tilt, if I can get this. There you go, you see right there, falling up air into up tilt, or you can also try to go down tilt, up tilt at early percents. I'm trying to think what else there is. Kind of go like jab, jab, up tilt, whatever. And then after your up tilt, you can go up tilt into up air, you can go up tilt into forward air, you can up tilt into neutral air, or you can go up tilt into reverse aerial rush, back air. And I'll tell you what a reverse aerial rush is a little bit later. So, up tilt. Essentially all it is just changing your direction while running, I guess. So that, if you can do it at earlier percents. Kind of weird, but yeah, you can do that up tilt, so whatever. There's that though. But after that, we of course do also have a side tilt. I really want to get this move. But there, whatever, back air. You can do it, I just can't for some reason. There we go, finally. So then we also of course do have side tilt, which comes out very fast, and this will be one of your moves that you use most often for boxing. So while you are on the ground, has a decent amount of end lag, but of course it starts up pretty fast, and by pretty fast I mean really fast. It'll kill off the stage really quickly. Not way too much combos into it though. You can try to go for a neutral air F tilt, which is a pretty good combo, or for a back air F tilt. And those are probably your two main things that you'll ever go into F tilt. And those are nice combos in general, but a lot of times you'll just be doing this, running away, and just pivoting into your attack. Just like that. And that's all that really you'll do with F tilt. It does kill really early though, and of course it does have a disjointed hitbox as well, so that's really nice. Other than that, we do have down tilt though, and down tilt is a really good move. There's a lot of really cool things you can do off down tilt. They're kind of hard to do, but if you can get them, then you know you're gonna be fine. So the first one is of course down tilt into like forward smash. That's if the opponent doesn't DI away, so it's not really way too great. There's also down tilt into neutral air, which of course you can like grab after that, or go for whatever you really want to, just depending on where the opponent DIs, of course. But yeah, there's also down tilt into forward air, down tilt into changing your direction into back air, which that doesn't work until a little bit later compared to a lot of the other ones. There you go. So about like past 10% you can easily do that, and then you can go for down tilt into up air, which is also a really nice one. So down tilt can actually combo into quite a bit. You could also try to go down tilt into down air, but probably not your best idea. yeah, down tilt can combo into a lot of attacks, and down tilt, of course, comes out decently fast, you can see right here. Pretty fast, almost as fast as your forward tilt, but it doesn't have quite as much range. Also, you can easily poke shields, so if the opponent is shielding, you can easily go for that down tilt and then hit their shield. Not much they can actually do about that, or you're just going to hit their feet, and then you can combo them off of that. But let's just skip past that. Okay, so with that said, let's go straight onto their aerials, or his aerials in particular. First one being forward air, and his forward air has quite a bit that you can actually do. So let's just get this started. So with forward air, of course, you can just send this thing out here. It doesn't have way too much lag in general, as you can see right here. It has huge amounts of range, and of course, it can actually combo off of up throw forward air. And you can also try to go for down throw forward air. Up throw forward air works a little bit better, but both do work, as you can see right here. And then with forward air, you can go forward air into forward tilt. And that's the only one that really works way too often. I'm trying to look. I have a list, but yeah, that's really the main one that you can actually do, forward air into forward tilt. Mainly with forward air though, it's not really as much of a combo move, but more of just hitting them, doing some really nice damage, and keeping them far away. You can also try to go forward air into something like a just down tilt, I guess, if you really wanted to. But yeah, forward air mostly just for keeping them away, and it's a really good spacing move. Other than that, though, we also do have the neutral air, which is a super good one. So what you can do is go neutral air into jab 1, into down tilt, into forward air. I did forget that about forward air. You can go down tilt, forward air. So if I can get this right, so neutral air, jab, down tilt, forward air, and then you go for like an up air, and there you go. 46 damage, pretty nice combo, and then you can do the same type of thing, but get jab 2, I guess, if you really want to. Other than that, though, you can also go for nair into back air if the opponent is below you, and nair into forward tilt, of course. So you can go nair into forward tilt, also try to go nair, nair, and if they're close to you, or if they're behind you, you can go nair, turn around, up tilt at really early percents, so like this. Not even turn around, just nair up tilt. And you can also try to go nair into back air if they're below you. It's a little bit hard to do, but as you can see right there, that's what you can do. So nair into back air. And yeah, nair combos really well. Of course, you can also go up throw, nair, or you can go down throw nair, as you see right there. And you can just try to like use nair to keep the opponent spaced away. It's very similar to your forward air. Your forward air does a bit more damage, but your nair combos a bit more, as you can see right there. There you go. Of course, you can do just nair into jab also if you really want to do that, which is not the most damage, but you can do that if you really want to. Yeah, you can go into up tilt and all those different moves. Other than that, though, we got back air, which is probably one of your best moves, but probably one of the ones that's actually the hardest to do. So, essentially what you can do with this is you can do stuff such as your auto-canceled back air into a down tilt into an up tilt, or auto-canceled back air into a down tilt into a back air into a grab. There's a lot of really weird stuff you can do out of back air, but essentially what you have to do is run towards them, quickly change your direction, and then go for a back air. As you can see right here, run, change, back air. And then if you hit them like that, a lot of times you can get some really early combos. And of course back air also, it hits in a really small area behind you, but it does kill really early at like 70-80%, and if you have rage even earlier, especially off the cliff. And it's really hard to counter. And of course it does have a decent hitbox in this game compared to the earlier games. But it's a pretty nice move in general, if I can read up a few of these combos. Let me try to do one of them. So essentially what you can try to do is this. Oh, it's so hard. You need to have quite a bit of momentum also. Yeah, there you go. So whatever. Anything like that really. So you just have to have momentum. There we go. Something like that. As you see, 30%. That's pretty dang nice. And it does have to be at pretty early percents. You do have to have the momentum, and then there you go. You can get some nice combos off that. And of course, it does have a lot of range, and it comes out pretty fast. So it's essentially like your forward tilt, but in the air, if you kind of want to think about it like that. But it also has combo potential. Also, you can try to go like up air, up throw into back air if you really want to. But it's a lot safer to go up throw into forward air. So I don't know why you really ever want to, but you can. If you really want to. You can try to do that. There's no really big reason to want to do that, but you can as a mix-up, I guess. Or if you want to try to kill the opponent later on as a mix-up, you can do that as well. Other than that, there's also his down air, which really there isn't way too much that you can do off of this. A lot of the times, you'll just want to use this as a read, of course, kill them off stage. They can tech after your down air when they hit the ground and roll away, so there's really not way too much combos you can do from it. Essentially, it's just read the opponent and then just kind of hope that they don't play well, I guess. Yeah, so you just go for that down air. It's a decent one, and it kills really early off stage. Of course, you could try to do something like that, I guess, if you really wanted to, if the opponent doesn't tech anything. If your opponent doesn't usually tech, down air can be a nice one, but otherwise, not really way too well. Yeah. You could also try to go for stuff like this. Really, down air is just kind of a mix-up move, but don't use it way too much. One of your slowest moves, and it just doesn't do as well as a lot of the other ones. After that, though, there's, of course, his smash attacks, which I want to talk about. First one being up smash. This one's a really nice one. You can actually go down throw into up smash against certain characters at early percents, mainly the heavier ones and the taller ones, and it only works at like 0%. But you can try to do that, and it does do okay. It hits sometimes. It really depends. But yeah, you can try to go for that. Also, up smash just in general has a huge hitbox, does a giant amount of damage, and it'll be a nice one for you to pick up and use quite often. Of course, you can just run up smash, or just like run up air dodge and then go for an up smash out of nowhere. And that's what you really have to do with a lot of your smashes, because they don't really get comboed into at all. None of your stuff really combos into your smash attacks, so they're kind of just like read moves. So if you can't happen to kill with your fair or with your back air or with your down air or anything like that, if you can't even kill with your up air, then you're gonna have to get some reads and kill that way. So essentially, yeah, that's really all there is to do with all of those. So with up smash, comes up very fast, does pretty good damage, and yeah, that's nice. Other than that, there's also down smash, which comes out decently fast. Think of it kind of like Cloud. It hits a little bit under the stage, so you can kind of poke under the stage a tiny bit, and it kills a decent percent, but it doesn't kill near as much as side smash or up smash, so it's not quite as good in my mind, because it's not quite as much reward, but it does come out fast, and this is also really good. If your opponent's rolling a lot, then you can just like jump, go for that down smash, or just wait there, down smash, and if they're rolling, one of those two parts will hit it, and of course it does do 17 damage, so that's a ton. And sometimes they can get caught in between both, and if you can happen to get that, it'll do insane damage. They'll just be hit by both parts, 17 for one half, and the back half, so the back is 17, and the front is 14. So if you hit with both of them, does insane damage, like 31 or whatever. So yeah, that does a lot of damage if you can happen to get that. And I guess you could also try to go for stuff like neutral air into down smash. If the opponent doesn't really see it, but that's definitely more of a string if the opponent's just kind of sitting there. That's really all that you can do with that move. But yeah, then finally for smash attacks, there's also side smash, which of course you can do off of pivoting, which you'll slide a bit and then go for a side smash, which actually makes it somewhat safe if you're running away and sliding it. Definitely not the safest side smash in the whole game because it has a lot of lag, but it does have a huge hitbox. Of course, the opponent can just shield it, and then after they shield it, they can easily punish you, but, you know, it's fine. And once again, it'll really just be for when you happen to read an opponent. Other than that, though, you shouldn't really use this way too much, and you should more go for a forward air, or a back air, or an up air, or even a down air. You go for your arrows for kills more often than your smash attacks, because the smash attacks are really read moves. You have to get a read to really kill with these, otherwise, you're almost going to never hit them. If you do, though, of course, they'll do insane damage, and that's really the meaning of them. But yeah. So then, finally, let's talk about his specials. So there is his, let's just start with his up special. Is his recovery. Essentially, goes straight up, and then on the part where it's coming down, it can pull the opponent down with you. So, of course, you can kill people off the bottom of the stage. There you go, pulls them down with you. And if you use this right next to the side of the stage, it can spike them. If I can happen to get this, come on. So if the opponent's recovering high, you can try to do that, and it'll spike them sometimes. Come on. Come on. Okay, whatever. I can't get the spike, but it can spike them. And that's a decent one. I wouldn't really recommend doing this, though. I'd much rather just stay on this cliff and get ready, and then go for a forward tilt or something, which will kill them a lot earlier. But I mean, you can go for that up B for that spike if you really are just waiting for that spike for some reason. Other than that, though, you can also go for your up B just on the stage, and it does do fine. It does 19% if you happen to get it. Most of all, though, you'll just be using it as your plane of recovery. Gets back onto the stage. The problem is if you get hit anywhere, like right here, you're just gonna die, and that's probably one of the main problems with Ike. You just kind of die. The other recovery move that he has is a side B, which can shoot you back, and this move also does okay to help you recover. So if you're like all the way over here, recover, that's really nice. But the problem is if they hit you at all, then once again, you're probably just going to be hit like down here, go for a side B, and you're going to die. So that's the main problem about Ike, is just his recovery. But other than recovering with your side B, of course you can charge it to make it do more damage and go further. Other than that, you can also use it and then combo out of it. Like get yourself close to them and then combo out of your side B. If you fall on the ground at exact frames, you can just attack right out of it, and then hit the opponent, grab the opponent, do whatever you really want to do to the opponent. Maybe go for one of those. I don't really know. Do whatever you really want. But yeah, you can actually do that out of your side B. So it just quick draw cancel. So quick draw cancel into something like a down air, or not a down air. Quick draw cancel into like a down tilt, and then you can go for a back air after that, or something like that. Any combos really like that, and they work pretty well. Your quick draw does have quite a bit of comboing potential, and yeah, you can do anything really like that. Then finally, what he has is his neutral B, which is Eruption. You'll really not use this move way too much. Sometimes you might just tap it, and then it can give you a little shield around you. Or you might be using it right next to the side of the stage. And then blow up, of course, you can kill the opponent, and it'll shoot them upwards. Has a pretty good hitbox, but yeah, most of the time you'll just be tapping it if you ever happen to have to use it. And that can be good sometimes, but really don't go for that way too much. And then finally, there's of course the down B, which is just an average counter. It counters for a little bit more than like Marth's counter, but it does come out a bit slower. I personally like it more. Of course, you can jump to try to make you like jump a little bit. It's kind of weird, but yeah. So you can jump down B to kind of move a tiny bit. It's weird, but yeah, it does just counter, and that's essentially all there really is to it. So in general, Ike is one of those characters that I really do enjoy. He has a lot of combos for being such a heavy character, and of course he does have a lot of kill moves in general. He's a very strong character, and I'd say he's probably at least top 20. If you have been playing him for a while, keep playing him. He's a really good choice. Of course he has a lot of damage. The things I forgot to talk about, of course, are his throws, so he can go up throw into forward air, also up throw into neutral air, up throw into back air, and up throw, yeah, into up air for a kill, or you can go down throw into up smash, or down throw into forward air, or neutral air. Those are the two you can do with that. And then, of course, your other throws, your forward throw and your back throw are kind of useless. They don't really do anything. You can try to go back throw into a dash attack, but that's not confirmed. That's just kind of a string. But yeah, in general, he's a very strong character, and I recommend that you do try to keep playing him if you are playing him. He can win a tournament pretty easily, as we see by players like Rio, and I'll try to think of other Ike mains. But yeah, Rio, and there's quite a few other Ike mains. Very strong character. I do recommend that you do pick him up if you do want a character that can space really easily, and that can also have a lot of kill potential. So if your character doesn't do either of those, then maybe you should pick up Ike. But with all that said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.